Hello kids, Shubha Mangalam. This is Hemalata at Little Scholar High School. Yes children, all of you go to school? Yes, I know you answered. Yes, everyone is going to school. Every one of you go to school, isn't it? So why can't we talk about my school only today? Why can't we take up the topic my school today? So our topic for the day is my school. So what is our topic for the day? It is my school. Okay, then you know that school is a place where we learn many things, we gain knowledge. It is the place which gives some uh, shape to our career. It is the place which molds us in a good direction, isn't it? It is the place which makes us to become a good citizen. So why, let us talk about the some of the facilities or what all things usually happen in a school. Okay, so we shall start with the topic, that is my school, which is called as the temple of knowledge. Okay, so let us start with this. So first to we'll discuss about the school building. So first thing what we are going to discuss is about the school building. The school building will be very big, isn't it? It will have many classrooms, it will have playground, it will have computer room, library, restrooms, it will have the laboratories and all. So the school building will be very big. The big campus will be there so that you can enjoy your games. You can go for the PT and all. So school building is the first thing. Then next we shall talk about the assembly hall. Now what is the assembly hall, children? Assembly hall is the place where we do our morning prayer. The moment you go to the school, you all children have to gather in an assembly, isn't it? For the prayer, we begin with the prayer in a school. We start the day with the prayer in a school, isn't it? In your good habits, we have already learned that we should pray to God, isn't it? The once you go to school also, we have to start our day with a prayer. So assembly hall is the place where all the students of all the classes, okay, all the students of all the classes will gather and spend some time in the prayer. And after the prayer is completed, if any important announcements are to be done for that particular day, or any important decisions or any important points to be discussed with the students, or anything announcement is there, all the announcements are done after the prayer and children will go to their respective classes. Okay, so what is the assembly hall? Assembly hall is the place where all the students of all the classes gather at one place, do the prayer. If any announcements are to be done by the school management, it is done, and after that all the children will go to their respective classes. Okay children, then the next is the principal's room. What is the next point we have to discuss about? It is the principal's room. Now principal's room, principal is the head of the school. Who is the head of the school? Principal is the head of the school. So where he sits in a special room, and that room is called as a principal's room. Okay, he is the head of the school. All the decisions will be taken by the principal. All the things which happen in the school, or the planning, the conduction of the exams, of any science fairs are there, or any sports day is there, or any events like Independence Day or Republic's Day, Children's Day, Teachers Day, the planning, all the decisions will be taken up by the principal. So the school will run under the guidance of the principal. So who is the principal, children? Principal is the head of the school, and all the important decisions will be taken by the principal only. Okay children, the next is the fee counter. What is the next thing? Fee counter. Fee counter is the place where we pay the fee. Okay, you are studying in a school, so you have to pay the fee, isn't it children? So fee counter is the place where the payment of the fee is done. Okay, so what is the fee counter? Fee counter is the place where the payment of the fee is done. The fee can be annually or it can be quarterly. Annually or quarterly means what? You can pay whole year's fees at one time, or you can divide the payment into quarterly mode and you can pay for every 4 months like that. Okay, so the fee counter is the place where the payment of the fee is done. There will be a separate staff for that, means separate people will be there. Only those people will collect the fees. Okay children, so in the fee counter, payment of the fee is done. People are appointed for the collection of the fees. Some separate staff will be there for collecting the fees, and the payment can be annually. That is, you can pay the fee at once in a one time for the whole year, or you can pay in quarterly mode. Okay, so this is about the fee counter. Next, we shall talk about the classroom. Yes, what is our next thing? Classroom. All of you know the classroom. After the prayer, where you sit? Yes, we sit in our respective classrooms, and this is the place where teaching takes place. This is the place where the respective teachers, that is teachers teaching different subjects, come to the class. They will teach you many things. They will teach you different subjects. All different subjects, different teachers will be there. For maths you have maths teacher, for science you have the science teacher, for art you have the science teacher, isn't you have the art teacher, isn't it? So separate teachers will be there for different subjects. For you maths teacher will be there. For science teacher will be there. For EVS teacher will be there. For art teacher will be there. For drawing teacher will be there. So in the classroom we learn different things, and if you have any doubts you can clarify with the teacher in the classroom. So what we find in the classroom, the teachers will come and the teaching will takes place in the class. Different subjects are taught. Even drawing and art is also can be learnt in the classroom. In the classroom we see that all the students of that particular class will sit together. For example, this, if we are talking about the second class, what happens? All the children of second class will sit in one classroom. Okay, so what we find in the classroom, we find all the students of one class sit in that particular room. And what are the things which are used in the class, children? The teacher uses the board, the teacher uses the duster, the teacher uses the chalk, isn't it? There will be table, chair for the teacher, and the benches for the students to sit, isn't it? You have the racks or the almaras where you can keep your books also, isn't it? So lockers will be provided so that you can keep your drawing books or homework books or classwork books, what as per the teacher's requirement. Okay, so in a classroom all the students will sit together. Teaching will takes place. Teachers will come in the class, they teach the subject and they go back to the other class. Okay, and in classroom we find all the students sitting together. We see the board, we see the bench, we see the benches, we see the chair, we see the table. Teacher use the duster, chalk, isn't it? And all these things we find in a classroom. Okay children, so next is the staff room. What is the next thing? The next thing is the staff room. And then what is the staff room? First, what is the staff? What is the meaning of the staff? Staff means the teachers. Okay, staff means the teachers. So there is a separate room for the teachers. There is a separate room for the teachers, that is called as the staff room. So what is staff room? Staff room is for the teachers, where teachers will sit, where teachers do the correction of the books, where teachers will do the correction of the exam papers, where teacher can have the lunch. Maybe if teacher wants to read or refer some books, she can do in the staff room. Okay, so staff room is the place where teachers will sit, they will do the corrections, they will have their lunch. If they want to go through any of the books, they can go through the books in the staff room. So that is about the staff room. Okay children, now the next is a computer lab. What is the next thing we are discussing? It is the computer lab. Yes, very interesting part of the school, isn't it? Every one of you too would like to operate the computer. So the school will teach how to operate the computer. In a computer lab there will be a computer teacher. So in a computer lab there will be a computer teacher. That computer teacher will teach us how to operate the computer, how to do the drawing, how to do the painting using the computer. Okay, so in the computer lab what you will learn? You will learn how to operate the computer, that is how to run the computer, how to do the drawing, how to do the painting with the computers. You can type also, that means if you can type your name also, address also. If you want any information to be typed, you can learn typing also in the computer room. Okay, there are many things to learn in a computer. Okay children, so what is the computer lab? Computer lab is a place where there will be many computers and chairs will be provided, where the students will sit and learn. The computer teacher will teach us how to operate the computer, how to do the drawing, how to do the painting, how to do the typing, or how to prepare the any pictures or like that. Okay, so this is the computer lab. Okay, the next we are going to talk about is the library. So what is the next point? We are talking about the library. Yes, library is very important place children. Library is the place where many books will be kept. All the books related to general knowledge, related to any of the things which you want to learn about the space, about the health, about the science, about the social, about the maths, about the drawing also, about a general knowledge. Many books will be kept in the library, and when librarian will be there in the librarian, in the library, the librarian will be there. Who is a librarian? Yes, the librarian is a person who is taking care of the library. Librarian is a person who is taking care of the library. He is in charge of the library. What the librarian will do? The librarian will give the books to whoever the students want the books. He'll collect the books bag. He'll maintain the books in the shelves and all. So one of the important place in the school is what? One of the important place in the school is library, where the librarian will give the books to study, and he will take the books back again. Whichever book you want to study, you can take a book from the library. No fee will be charged for that. It is will be given free only. Okay, no fee will be collected for the books. You can take the book. After reading it, you have to return it to the librarian. Librarian is a person who take care of the library. He maintains the record of the books in the library. He maintains the record of the books which have been taken by the students. He maintains the records of the books taken by the teachers. Okay, so library is the place where you have to sit silently. You should not talk in the library, because why people will go to libraries? To gain the knowledge, to learn more and more things, to make down, to take the points, many important points from the book. So library is the place where you have to sit calmly and read the books and return the books back to the librarian. Again, if you want the books, he will give you once again, no problem. Okay, and fee will not be charged for the books which you are taking from the library. Okay children, then the next is the laboratory. What we are talking about now? The next part of the school is the laboratory. Yes, laboratory is a place where you will do many experiments. Laboratory or lab is a place where you do many experiments related to science. And whenever you are doing any experiments in the laboratory, you should wear the coat that is called as apron. Okay, you have to wear the white coat which is called as apron, and you should be very careful while doing the experiments. Okay, because you will use some chemicals, you will use very small tools, You have to be very careful with the tools whatever you are using. You should be very careful with the chemicals what you are using. So what we will do in the laboratory? We conduct some experiments. We learn many things by doing the experiments. Okay children, so laboratory is a place where you have to take care all the precautions and all the care. So what is it is meant for laboratory? Laboratory is meant to conduct the experiments or to do the experiments to gain more knowledge and to be very safe also. You have to be very careful whenever you are in the lab, and you should wear the coat that is called as apron. Okay children, the next one is the restroom. What is the next one? It is the restroom. Restrooms are provided separately for boys and girls. Okay children, then we have the playground. We have the playground. Yes, very interesting part of the school for you children, isn't it? You have many classes. Then whenever you have to go to the playground, you will enjoy yourself in the playground, isn't it? You want to play many different types of games, and playground is also used for the PT. What is PT? PT means, okay, physical training, where many exercises are taught to you by the teacher, PT trainer, or the PT teacher, or the PT trainer will be there. One separate teacher will be there for the PT for you to learn different kinds of exercises, different kinds of yogas. Okay, so this is one of the place where most of the children will like to spend the time, isn't it? So that whenever you have your timetable, you will go to the playground and you will play the games, you will do the PT. Okay, now what is timetable? One more important point. The timetable means every teacher will have one time to come to the class and leave the class. Okay, then every school or every class will have the timetable. For example, the first class will be for the science, the second class will be for the math, the third class will be for the art, the fourth class will be for play, or the fifth class will be for the drawing class. Like that, you will have different timings for the different work to be done, different subjects to be taught. That is called as a timetable that will be prepared by the in charge. In charge means after principal we have the headmaster, we have the in charge also who will prepare the timetable. The decision or timetable is done by the in charge of the school. Okay children, so that is the meaning of the timetable. You just understand that timetable means it is the time for where the allocation of the periods is done. That is which time what class has to be taken. Okay, timetable means which class has to be taken at what time. That is called as a timetable. Okay, then the next point we have to discuss is the parking zone. The next point is about the parking zone. Now what is the parking zone? Yes, many hundreds of children will come to school, isn't it? Some will come to the school in autos, that some will come in the car, few people come by walk, or if the school is near to them, and few people will come to school through the school bus, isn't it? So the parking zone will be there where the vehicles which belong to the children and the staff are kept. Staff means, we have learnt here, staff means the teachers or the people who are working in the school. Okay, the people who are working in the school are called as the staff. So the parking zone or will be a separate zone where the vehicles are kept. What is the parking zone? Where the vehicles are kept. Whose vehicles? The school's vehicles, that is the school bus or the staff members vehicles, or the van or the auto through which you come to school. So that place is called as a parking zone. So what is a parking zone? Parking zone is the place where the vehicles are kept, and those vehicles belongs to whom? Those vehicles belongs to the students and the staff. Okay children, so these are the different parts what we find in your school or in my school. So this topic is related to my school. So in my school, what are the things we find? These are the different things what we find. Let us just go through what we have done. School building. School building will be very big, isn't it? Then assembly hall where you do the prayer. Then principal room. Principal, the head of the school, will sit in this room. He makes the decision how to run the school. Then the fee counter. Fee counter is the place where the children or the students have to pay the fee. Then classroom. Classroom is the place where teacher come and teachers, where the teacher come and takes the class, where your doubts are clarified, where you learn more and more things. Many things are learned by you. Okay. Then the staff room. Staff room is the place for the teachers to do some corrections or to prepare the question papers or to have the lunch. That is called as the staff room. Then you have the computer lab. Computer lab is the place where you learn about the operating of the computer. Okay, how to run, how to open the computer, how to close the computer, how to do the drawing in the computer, how to type in the computer, all that. Okay. Then library. Library is the place where many books will be kept for many topics. For many topics, you can take the books from the librarian. Librarian is a person who is in charge or who take care of the library, and no fees will be collected for the books taken from the library. You can read the book and return back the book again. Then laboratory. Laboratory is the place where the students perform the experiments, and you should be very careful when you enter the lab, because you will be doing experiments with some chemicals, with some tools, so you should be very careful in the lab. Then the restrooms. Restrooms are the places which are provided separately for boys and girls. Then playground. Playground is the place where you enjoy to play many games, many sports, the place where you have your PT classes also. Okay. Then parking zone. Parking zone is the place where vehicles are kept of the staff, that is the teachers or the people who are working in the school, and the vehicles through which the students come to school, or the school bus. It can be van, it can be auto, bike, anything. That is, the parking place is meant only for the school, not for any other outsider. Okay, and you have to remember this. Okay, so all these are the things what we find in a school. So this topic was about my school, the place where you spend a lot of time of the day in the school, the place where you learn many things, isn't it children? So let us take Sakshi for the day. Sakshi for the day, classwork. Learn about my school, isn't it? What can be the homework for this? Revise the same. Okay. Thank you children. Good day. Bye.